What's up guys, Josh Calvin from K's Academy here. I'm going to walk through the Plyo drill setup. Just wanted to preface a couple things in terms of setup before you get into any of your specific drills. The number one flaw I see in Plyo drill throwing is the setup of where they're at. In my situation, I have a portable wall which is relatively narrow. So what always happens is guys tend to center up on the wall when they're getting ready to start. So when they center up on the wall, what really happens is their arm is actually on the outer edge of the wall. And so then when they go to make their throws, they actually have to cut the ball to get it to hit the wall, creating a pretty bad pattern. You start to kind of get a leading elbow and you start to end up cutting it a little bit. So my general rule of thumb is if you got a portable wall for a Plyo, you always want to start sternum on the left edge. So if my sternum starts on the left edge when I'm going to make my throw, my arm ends up being pretty much in the center of the wall and I can make a clean throw. The whole point of the Plyo wall, or the Plyo throws rather, is to develop quality patterns. There's a lot of other factors into there, but one of the main priorities is to develop quality patterns. And if we are actually driving poor patterning just based on our setup, it's kind of counterproductive. If you're in a facility with a long wall, so if you have a lot of facilities have walls all the way across with the Plyo wall, you don't really have to worry about where your setup is, but you do want to focus on where your target's going to be. And same thing, if I'm on a wall, throwing to a huge wall, I don't have to worry about starting left or right. But if I'm trying to hit a spot right in front of me, I'm creating the same thing in terms of a cut. So I want to make sure that my target is a little bit higher in arm side. And you also would probably kind of want to go dependent upon, where your release slot is. If you're a high release guy, or maybe, a low 3/4 or sub guy, you're going to want to try to, move your focus with that arm action. But we definitely do not ever want to try to throw the ball dead center right in front of us, because it's going to create a cutting pattern. So make sure when you're talking about setup, you're kind of putting yourself in a position to have quality outcomes versus setting yourself up for failure just based on how you're standing. So again, if you're starting in the center, you're going to cut, get to the left of the wall, or if you're throwing to a big wall, make sure you've got a target that's arm side.